Family businesses are generally built on trust, instinct, and legacy. The stakes can be quite high, corporate governance is sometimes ignored, and there could be a lot of emotional aspects that come into family businesses. That's where a good board can make a difference. I've talked about board of directors being the spine of any company. Today, I wanted to explain to you the role of a non-executive director, an NED as I call it. Now, NEDs can be quite important when it comes to family businesses. So if you have a great board of sisters and brothers, parents, grandparents, uncles, whatever it might be, sometimes you need a voice of reason because you guys are perhaps spending too much time with each other, or you have preconceived prejudices and ideas about where the company should go, or you might have preconceived prejudices and ideas about who says what and how they react to that. So these inbuilt like family aspects that we grew up with and we prejudge or we predetermine. So sometimes to neutralize all of this, I like to have a situation where we have a non-executive director on the board. That person is usually very highly qualified. He sits outside of the company's strategic business decisions and day-to-day operations and things like that, but helps the board really strategize certain more difficult discussions and certain more difficult decisions by being really the voice of reason. Often an NED might have regulatory or legal awareness that brings a framework into the discussion that the family members might be happening. There have been many significant businesses in the region that have supersonically benefited from having an NED that is either qualified and that is quite senior, where the other members of the board look up and respect the NED for the decisions that the NED may be suggesting, or the strategic thinking or the strategy that the NED may be propounding in relation to any particular agenda on the board. One of the good examples I can think of an NED is Mr. Boer, who was at Shell, at Nestle, and Just Eat Takeaway, and he actually guided Shell away from a pretty big environmental litigation and helped mitigate the losses that could have potentially been caused as a result of that litigation. NEDs generally are calm people. They are not people who push confrontation unless it's absolutely necessary for certain things at board level to be fleshed out, but they're generally really good listeners. I always say sometimes the best decisions are taken when you listen, you absorb, you sleep on it, you come back and you say, yes, we're ready to go, this is the right thing to do, and we've mulled all the pros and cons. So I think NED, non-executive director, hope I've explained it properly, a super important role. Every family business should consider having one, sometimes even two if you're a massive family business, so that you take away the emotion, you create the calm, and you create the environment and a huge boost to pushing your business forward. Thank you so much for watching Think Tank this week, and I'll see you next week.